Again, welcome.
Thank you.
I think it's actually hanging and banging today with all these amps because we've not
Yes.
really turned it up so much as we're going to today,
I
and I'm
know.
a little bit excited about it.
Great.
Yes. So we'll see. We'll see how the crowd handles it. Um, Such a random sampling of my friends have come forward this week going, "Oh my God, I love Larkin Poe." What's that about? Explain yourselves. Like, I mean, random people who, like, I have one friend who listens to Cat Stevens and Joni Mitchell pretty much exclusively. She's like, "Oh, I just found them. I love them."
Well, we love Cat Stevens and Joni Mitchell, and we like Black Sabbath, and we like. I mean, there's very limited number of bands that we don't like. I mean, we grew up in Atlanta, so we love hip hop and
Yep.
urban music. But we grew up playing classical violin and piano as kids.
Yeah.
Our folks put us into lessons, I guess, when I was 3 and you were 4, and we started violin.
Yeah.
And so we were classical kids until, I guess, our early teens.
And then you were grassers.
Total grassers. I mean, I was a dyed-in-the-wool, like, banjo bluegrass fanatic for many years and swore I would never play the mandolin, swore I would never do a bunch of stuff that we ended up
And now
melding
look
our
at
way
ya.
through. I know, now we're playing electric guitars.
Strat.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
God. Because you did both start young, how do you, when you look back on that now, how do you view it versus when you were in it at the time? Was it a struggle at the time and now you're like, oh, thank goodness?
I think it might be the opposite. I mean, I
Oh.
think that we kind of look back on the kind of gigs that we were playing at such a young age and like, oh man, we didn't appreciate what we had back then
Yeah.
playing like performing arts centers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff
We
like
were so fortunate in the way that we kicked off into music. We had I guess professional experience of music.
Right.
We always played music growing up and then started a band, and the very first gig, like official gig we ever played was on Garrison Keeler's A Prairie Home Companion in St. Paul, Minnesota. They had like a teen talent competition.
Right.
And so we went up and took part in the competition, and then we ended up winning over all the other contestants. And I think everyone assumed that we were a professional band, when in fact we were nothing, like not even close to a professional band. But
Just a bunch of homeschoolers doing what they do.
just a bunch of homeschoolers jamming out, and we ended up getting some offers from a couple of agents right off the bat. We were like, "Oh, we'd love to book you guys shows," and we said, "Yeah, we'd love to play shows." So that's how we ended up touring across the U.S.
The
playing.
band was born.
Oh, and there was flowers in the green room, and there was like, the whole posh experience, and we had no clue that that wasn't,
Right.
normal. It was, and now looking back, it's like,
Oh,
woo!
man.
But really cool. I mean, great
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. And cool that your parents sort of had the foresight to put you into instruments at such early ages, because it is now like you speak multiple languages, right? And they're all
Yes.
sort of native tongues to you, right?
That's certainly our viewpoint. I mean, frankly, our parents have always been hugely supportive of what it is that we're doing, but they never would have envisioned us being professional musicians. Their aim and goal was always, as you say, just to give us another avenue to express ourselves.
Right.
So they were big music lovers. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you did the run with the Lovell sisters, with Jessica. She bailed on you, whatever.
We killed her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't like to admit those things on tape, but okay.
Is this a confession?
Yes. So now you're going into your 8th year as Larkin Poe. And in that time, you've had like 10 releases and all sorts of collaborations. Do you guys sleep? Do you have hobbies, friends, or is it just you live and breathe music?
Pretty much only
Yeah.
music.
I mean, we have we bowl and we cook.
Okay.
But everything else, actually, we've recently been doing interviews, and they ask, so how well-rounded is your personality? Who are you? What makes you you? And we're like, we write songs and practice and tour and make records, and it really has consumed us. It's been a way of life, since we can remember, and it's so much fun, and it's always a new challenge. So to answer your question, we pretty much just make music.
Music is
Like
your
the black
hobby
and
and
white.
your job.
Yeah.
And okay. Hey, well, do what you got to do. Like, oh, well, I'll pick up this other instrument. That'll be my hobby. I'll do that.
I just bought a new omnichord.
See? There it is.
And that's been, it's made by Suzuki, and it's this little ghetto thing I bought off eBay. And yeah, it's great.
Fun. Well, the most recent release, Peach, last September came out, right? So you guys self-produced it, played everything, but that wasn't the plan going in, right? Necessarily.
It wasn't the plan. You know, it's interesting. So much of the way in Larkin Poe, it's always sort of organically shown itself to us as we're on the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were in the studio writing and rehearsing, just trying to get together some ideas to record. And it felt like we were shoving a square peg in a round hole with all the different production situations that we were finding ourselves in. And I mean, I have very strong musical opinions, and together we're just like loggerhead, you know, bowling anybody else's opinion down the rabbit hole, you know.
Huh, I wouldn't have necessarily guessed that.
So we decided, and it was really Megan's behest. She was just like, you know what? We get in a room with a producer, and then you're just like a bull in a china shop. Let's just do it ourselves. Like, why are we fighting this? Let's just hang together. And it was so freeing and so fun. And I think that you can hear that in the record.
Yeah. So did you, while you were doing the writing and pre-production, did the sort of the sonic vision, was that sort of coming into focus for you?
Yeah.
So you knew you could pull off what you wanted to do?
Yes.
Because at the time, Rebecca was playing around with GarageBand and making her own beats and stuff like that.
To demo the songs out.
The songs, and we ended up getting demoitis and really liking the demos, you know. So
That'll
then we're
happen.
like, okay, we could just try this and actually keep the vocals that were recorded through the computer microphone
In your
to
bedroom.
GarageBand.
Crazy. But, you know, I think it is a big concern as an artist, because you do take the songs that you write and the way that you produce them so personally.
Right.
For us, I think that we were fighting with, you know, not wanting to indulge ourselves too much. And so then we started playing the demos for friends and family and different people in the industry that we trust. And they were like, this is really unique, and you guys should just do this. And simultaneously, while we were rehearsing, we started making cover videos that we were releasing on Instagram and Facebook. And we had an overwhelming response on social media from those videos, which were literally just Megan and I sitting in a room playing guitars. And people were saying, finally, it's just you guys, like, make a record like this. We've been waiting for this. Your record's always way too overproduced. Like, you guys need to just make a record like this.
Right.
So that kind of feedback, with the feedback of people saying, hey, your demos are cool, we decided, hey, let's have a little
And that
courage.
was what was in your gut anyway.
Yeah.
So
Move with it, you know?
yeah.
Follow the spirit.
There it is. Now, you guys rock hard and well. How often, still though, do you get the you're pretty good for girls, that sort of a thing? Do you encounter that a bit?
You know, it would be a lie if we didn't. Especially, I think, on social media, we've received a lot of, you know, comments from people who don't necessarily know us, because some of the videos going viral and things like that, you attract viewership of people that don't know who you are or what to expect. So there's always that kind of blowback, which is sort of annoying. But then also, you sort of just have to, like, be an 18-wheeler and roll over that ish, you know?
Yeah.
But I think we have been very lucky to have been supported by a lot of people, and we have an overwhelming amount of positive fans. So I think that we feel really lucky to have that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So when you load into a club or whatever, you don't get the guys kind of like looking for the band, like asking if
always.
you're the.
Yeah.
But I
you
think
must be the
we've
merch.
grown such a callous to that we don't even hear it, because that's just ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's sort of like you can't fault somebody for seeing from their viewpoint, and we just do our best to bowl over people's expectations. And you know what? That should be every musician, male, female, everywhere in between, you know, to roll up and rock hard and well.
Yeah.
Because we always were watching Bonnie Raitt and being
Oh
like,
my
"Wow, why
God.
can't we do that?" I think that there needs to be more role models for young girls to be like, "Oh,
absolutely.
I can do that." Like, there's no reason why
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. And it's all on the same spectrum as the more insidious sexist stuff as well. So, like,
Yes.
if you can sort of deal with it at that level and kind of get it out, then hopefully there's a trickle up that, like, oh, maybe that is associated, like, in the other people's minds.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normalizing and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. What's the long arc of Larkin Poe? Like, how do you guys see years to come? What's the vision?
Man, I mean, when we started performing, we had no idea that we were going to spend the next, you know, decade and a half touring. Both of our folks are doctors, and so I think, again, like I said earlier, it was just such a, wait, what's happening here? Our kids are now touring musicians, and, and then proceeded to be touring musicians through our, late teens into early adulthood, and now we're edging into, like, we're seriously adults, and we're still doing this. That,
It's not just a phase, Mom.
It's not just a phase.
Yeah.
It's definitely a way of life, and I would see us just continuing doing what it is that we're doing, but just bigger and better and more sparkly and more professional and,
Sparkly.
pyro. I'm waiting for pyro. I'm waiting for the tour when we get to have pyrotechnics. And
like the blast of confetti and whatnot.
Yeah. I got to see AC/DC and Guns N' Roses last year, and so I'm setting my sights high. Are you ready for this, Megan?
Don't catch anybody on fire, though.
No.
That's going to be my request.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Good.
I'm there to tone it down.
Okay.
Yeah, she's there to rein it back in.
It's like maybe 4 fire cannons is too many. Maybe we can get away with 2, right? Okay, that's good. When I was researching, I read an older interview with you guys that was talking about how the Observer had, this was a few years ago, I think, had put you guys between Jack White and Dolly Parton in some article or something.
Yes.
That is the perfect.
Absolutely.
Isn't that kind of?
It's
Oh
so
my God.
perfect.
Yeah, that's like, I think every artist, whether or not they realize it, you always sort of have your boundaries of, like, genre speaking, who are your touchstones?
Yeah.
And absolutely Jack White and Dolly are 2 huge ones for us, because Dolly Parton, our mother's from East Tennessee, and so Dolly's always been like a big hero, just from her growing up in close to Pigeon Forge and the whole myth and legend and fantasy that is Dolly,
Right.
And musically, she's been such a big influence. And then Jack White on the opposite extreme,
Yeah.
To be playful and poke fun at yourself, but then also be able to do sort of that Jack Whitey, like,
And to turn it
alter
up.
ego and crank it up.
But
and
they both stay true to their roots, which I love.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, and Dolly playing so many different instruments, like that's in there too. It's
Mm-hmm.
no, it just when I read that, I was like, oh, well, like it's probably one of the most perfect, like you said, the touchstones
Yeah.
for a fairly undefinable band, which I think you guys are. It's
Well,
like, how
thank
would I
you.
describe? I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, I think we spent many years trying to figure out what to call ourselves, and I think especially when you get in an office with industry, then it's very tempting to try and put labels on what it is that you're doing musically in order to let them know how to sell it,
Sure.
And you can't fault anybody for any of that. But we had a really moving conversation. We were out on the road and we were in Austin, Texas with Elvis Costello, and we toured with him for many years as his backing band. And we had been sending him demos of our songs, and so he sort of had an insider view on our current creative, forecast or whatever.
Right.
And he said, you know what? Be undefinable. Don't let them put a label on you. You guys do exactly what you do. Don't worry about that. If you're worrying about it, you're wasting your time and your fans' time. Like, just go for it. And we're like, yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, if Elvis says that, you kind of have to say just yes, sir.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yeah. Now, you guys recently moved up here to Nashville from Atlanta. How's that going? Did it shift anything? Are you finding your way into the community? What's happening?
We really love it here.
It's a pretty great town, ain't it?
Pretty great. Yeah.
Don't tell anybody, though. It's getting very full.
I think people are hearing about it.
I feel like we're part of that, mass exodus to Nashville. Like, we're the people that are making the traffic bad for all of the people who've lived here for forever, and we're so sorry, but we do love it.
Yeah.
We do. It's been great.
Now I know when I see you, I can flip you off, and it'll mean something more than it would have.
And we'll go, mea culpa, mea culpa. We deserve that. Yeah. But it's been great. I mean, the community in Nashville, especially for songwriters and people who just want to get out and jam, it is really strong. It's special. Special place to be.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, first song.
Yes.
Let's do it. You doing Black Betty first?
We're going to do Black Betty first because it's so fun.
It is so fun.
We grew up hearing this song, and on the eve of making the record, we decided we wanted to include it. And so we sort of twisted into a Larkin Poe shape. So this is Ram Jam / Lead Belly.
Origami Black Betty.
Exactly. Origami Black Betty. Here we go. Go. 2, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-ba-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-ba-lam. Black Betty had a child, bam-ba-lam. That thing go wild. I worry out of my mind. Bam-ba-lam, bam-bingo, bam-ba-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty now. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-ba-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-ba-lam. She really gets me high, bam-ba-lam. You know that's no lie, bam-ba-lam. She's so rock steady, bam-ba-lam. She's always ready, bam-ba-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty now. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty now. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, John City, Black Betty, Black Betty, are you ready now? Hey. Black Betty, are you ready now? Whoa, Black Betty, bam-ba-lam. She's from Birmingham, bam-ba-lam. We're down in Alabama, bam-ba-lam. She's shaking that thing, bam-ba-lam. She really makes me sing, bam-ba-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty now. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty now. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, jump steady, jump steady. Whoa, Black Betty, whoa, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty, jump steady, Black Betty now. Hey.
Yeah, Larkin Poe, Black Betty. Off Peach, the latest album.
Peach.
Peach.
Mm-hmm.
Not peaches, not plural.
Not
even.
plurals.
Just the one.
Just the one peach.
Okay.
Yeah, we were joking around about calling it Peach the whole time that we were making it. And then we just decided that it couldn't have any other name.
Yeah, yeah. Once it's stuck. Okay, we are now going to do the enlightening round.
Ooh.
I would like you to tell me your favorite musical siblings in these different genres.
Oh, this is so fun. I love this.
And it's not fast. It's not lightning. It's enlightening. So,
Okay.
pop music.
Oh, man. Okay. Pop siblings. Who do we have that's really strong?
You
I
can
guess
have
it
separate
depends. It
answers,
depends
too.
on. Are we talking about any era of pop?
Yeah,
How about Heart?
Could they be considered pop?
sure.
I think they.
Or you can save them for rock. You could do whatever you want. This is your round. This is where viewing into your psyches. It's whatever you need it to be.
I'm just trying to think if there's any other.
I always think of Heart
pop-ish.
as like pop
Yeah.
rock.
They had very popish melodies for sure.
Yeah,
We definitely connect with Heart.
I could see that.
Yeah. I would say the Simpsons, Ashley and Jessica. No, let's go ahead and put Heart in pop. I would like
Okay.
that. That's what I prefer pop to be
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah.
They were very popular.
Right. All right, we'll take it. Country.
Ooh. Now this is for me. This is less musical and more just because we know them as siblings. Christian Bush and his brother Brandon. So
Okay.
Christian Bush is one half of Sugarland.
Yep.
And they're
Well,
great.
He was one half of Billy Pilgrim.
That's right.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the important day. That was such a
Exactly.
great band.
Yes, so good.
So good. But they're lovely, lovely music lovers. And we've worked a lot with KB and his brother Brandon. They're just like, they've been role models for us in the way that they communicate and work as
All right.
siblings together.
All right. You
Who
going
else
with
in
that?
country? Is anybody
Oh,
else?
I love that.
Okay.
That's a
Love
good
to
one.
mention them, yeah.
Okay.
All right, you good? All right.
Bluegrass.
Oh, now there's so
So
many
many.
siblings.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to say Dell's boys, the McCurrys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have to say, We actually ended up working with Alan Bartram, who's been their longtime bass player way back when we were little kids. He came and played some bass on a record for us. And so we wound up seeing them out on the road so much. And that's just such a cool family. I would say that's my favorite for Bluegrass.
Yeah,
what about you?
It's great.
I love that she's just hopping on. I know, it's so
we
easy.
should make her answer
it was
the next.
Larkin Poe's answer.
Oh, it has to be a communal. She said we could have separate.
Said,
Okay.
yeah, you know.
She's like, okay.
Cool.
I still say the McCurries.
Okay, now rock.
My current favorite,
Yeah,
and even though, it's heartbreaking to me when you see sibling bands that do not get along
that's true.
at all, because I can't imagine. I mean, we're actually very lucky in that we've worked on our relationship over the years and tried to become closer and to pull better as a team. Because as siblings, it is so easy to be horrendous with each other. It really is, because you know all the buttons and you're touring, so you're tired and you're weird and you're always under pressure.
Yeah.
And we've not allowed it to destroy us. I think we've gotten stronger. But I would say all that to say, it breaks my heart that the Black Crowes don't make music together anymore. Because to me, those two brothers, and they're from Marietta as well, which is where our folks live.
Yeah.
Chris and Rich, that's a little bit sad. But I would say that they're one of my favorites because their music is so badass.
Yeah.
I'll say the Allman Brothers.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
a good call.
another
She stepped
good
out
one.
on you.
She
Good
did.
call, though. Good call.
Allman Brothers, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love them.
I didn't know. I couldn't think of any in blues, but can you think of any in blues?
Siblings and blues that toured together? Let me think.
Or just, they could be separate artists, too. But I didn't.
That's
none came
Not
to mind.
completely blues, but the Winters Brothers.
Oh,
Yes, no, that's
that
absolutely.
could count.
That's totally.
They're
Edgar
kinda
and
blues
Johnny.
rock,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yes.
Good call.
That's a
we
really
are-
good call.
We're new converts. We
Pulled
don't
it out.
Man.
She saved
She's
it in
pulled
the
it
end.
out. Also,
Yeah.
But also because she aligns with Edgar
because
Winter.
of the
Hair.
the hair.
Her hair is
Yeah.
like basically
I get
Edgar
it.
Winter.
I get it. Yeah.
It's true.
It all comes together
It
right
does.
there.
They're amazing though. Those guys. Lordy.
Nice. Well done. Okay. Second song.
Second song. Is it time?
It is time.
Is it time? Okay, we're gonna freak everybody out. We're gonna keep playing these little tracky things off this red box thing. And what's really cool is I know it's a bit artificial feeling. And we used to tour actually with just a kick drum where I would like play the kick drum
Right.
but it was stressing me out because like it's hard to sing and keep like I would sing terribly and I would be keeping really good time with my
Hey.
foot, but the vocal would suffer. So these are the tracks that I ended up programming on my laptop for the record. So essentially we're
works.
just playing a little piece of the record with us today, which is kind of exciting. An extension of us.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't remember which track. Is this track 3 or 4 on the record or something? But yeah, somewhere thereabouts. But we wrote this in my bedroom and then basically just released it as it was for the CD. So this one's a really meaningful song for us. This is Look Away. Get it, girl. Oh Lord, what did I see? Rage in the mirror looking back at me. I chained my dreams in my backyard. The birds won't sing, coming up, give me peace of mind. Oh Lord, what do I do? God, how to lie, how to tell the truth. I'm in the crosshairs like a diehard. Don't need prayer, got a hand on this peace of mind. Who gonna rise? Who gonna rise? With my body feeling weak all the time. Who gonna rise? When you know there's nothing left for me to say. Look away, look away, look away, look away, look away. like a gunshot. Who gonna rise? Who gonna rise? With my body feeling weak all the time. Who gonna rise? Who gonna rise? When you know there's nothing left for me to say. When you know there's nothing left for me to say. Look away, 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 look
Yeah, it's good to use the beats because then you can sing the crap out of it. Like,
thank you.
nicely done. Larkin Poe, Look Away, also off Peach.
Mm-hmm.
We shared the video yesterday
Thank you.
because, promo.
Because promo.
Yeah.
Or should you say pro-po for Larkin Poe? You never know, you never know.
Yeah. It's a whole new thing. God. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome to town. I won't actually flip you off. I don't ever flip anybody off. I might honk.
You might honk.
I'm a honker. If you cut me off, if you don't know how to merge, I will honk at
Lots
you.
of people don't know how to merge.
So don't know how to merge in Nashville. It's a huge issue. We talk about it a lot here. Congratulations. It's a really cool record. And I hope you got your cruises coming up, a bunch of tour dates happening.
We're really stoked for this year. It's going to be a good one. And it's so nice to kick it off with you. Thanks for having us.
Hey, pleasure. Such a pleasure. Let's see. Next week, another duo, a little bit different. Bela Fleck and Abigail Washburn. But not bad, right? And then let's see. Who we got after that? Oh, Chance McCoy of Old Crow Medicine Show. And then, Lily Hyatt, Grantley Phillips. I'm With Her.
Dang.
I'm With Her.
Yeah.
What a great
So
band.
good.
Yeah. We're killing it here at Hangin' and Sangin'. None of them will be banging, I don't think, though. But, I don't know.
Well,
that
hey.
actually is a thing. The first time I typed in Hangin' and Sangin' in iTunes to look up the podcast, Hangin' and Bangin' came up, and I was like, oh, that'll be our After Dark show.
There you go. The PG-13 segment.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck.
Thank you.
Safe travels. Rock hard. For girls.
For humanity.
For humanity.
Rock hard for humans, people. Just bring it on.
Whoop, whoop. Yep. Until next week, over and out from Hillbilly Central.